Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. I'm Corn, and I was thinking about it when I was watching Judy from my scrapbook loft doing her, I think it's tea for Tuesdays, or Tuesday's tea, or having tea on a Tuesday. She and Kathy and quite a few others have joined in that collab, and they sit down and talk to you and have a little hot tea. And I think when Mimi does it, Mimi's done it also, she has something else. I forget what she drinks, but she has something else besides tea. I personally can't have tea anymore because of acid reflux. I've got it really bad. So I gave up tea drinking over 2 years ago. And let me tell y'all, for a southerner who, once we're off the bottle, we have some iced tea all year long. So all my life until 2 years ago, and let me tell you something, giving that up, I mean, I didn't get all mean and nasty or anything, but it was it was tough. I didn't like it. But you get used to things after a while, don't you? When you have to give up something for your health and stuff, at first it's terrible, and then after a while it's like, I've got this. But anywho, this reminds me of the tea for Tuesday, just me in the craft room without any tea, because I'm still either crafting or showing y'all what I'm working on. I'm just basically just chatting away, and bless your hearts, I have some beautiful subbies who say, I like it. Keep doing it. So that's what I do. I thought y'all might want to see how last time we got together and did this, we made some carrots. Did a tutorial on making these fabric carrots. These are the ones in felt, and that's how these turned out once they were finished and completely finished and decorated. And this time, the other ones that I showed you with the cotton fabrics were single. They weren't put together. This time with the felt ones, I went ahead and glued them together. And then tied this, this is vintage seam binding, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? And I've tied that around them, but this can be taken off too. And then I made this little, y'all call them rosettes, I call them little flowers, the satin ribbon one that I also did a tutorial on. And then there it is with the little teeny tiny lace and a rosette as well. And then this is a teeny tiny button. So that's how these babies turned out, like so. And I'm going to put these over here because I'm going to show y'all. This isn't a project share, even though it's going to sound like it. Let me make sure where I'm supposed to be, right about here. Get in the square. So, oh boy, before the pandemic even, I was out shopping. It was probably Joann's, because Joann's handles these magazines, but so does, there's a bookstore next town over. What is it called? It's real fancy, but they handle these magazines as well. From the UK, these guys make special cards, daisy rose florals, cute ballerina bunny. Excuse me. Well, that's all it takes from me. Cute ballerina bunny. Well, hello. I want to see that. So they're basically talking about, showing you what the designers did with these great images and everything. And like so, I'll just kind of thumb through these, and then you'll see what I've been doing. Normally, as you all know, excuse me, I don't usually go with, here's the ephemera that matches this paper, which matches this. You know what I mean? I don't usually do that, but I just fell so in love with this ballerina bunny because if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. It's very sweet of you. And if you're one of my darling loyal subbies, you already know I love bunny rabbits dearly. They're my favorite animals. They're very sweet and they don't hurt anybody or anything except your plants in the garden. No, they will eat them. They're soft and tender. You can understand why. But also, I never aspired to be a ballerina, although I did used to watch the ballet on television, not in person. But I love to dance. I don't like it. I love it. And you know that word is really used way too much when sometimes it's not even meant even by me when I say, oh, I just love this glue. I don't love that glue. I really like it and I enjoy using it, but I don't love it. But dancing is, it's in my soul, y'all. So ballet, jazz, modern, what have you, just, you know, whenever I see crafting and dancing, I'm like, oh, yeah, baby. So, and guys, I want these boxes. I want those 2 boxes. Aren't they gorgeous? But they just, what they do is they just, if you don't know these magazines, they are expensive here. Not in the UK where they originate, but they're coming over the ocean. They double in price, sometimes more. These are usually $19.99. And as you won't know me, I don't do this hardly at all. Now, the ones that I'm using right now for, it's my next giveaway, actually, is what I'm working on. And as you see, Mother's Day, Best Mom again. It was meant for Mother's Day. So I thought with this next giveaway, I'm making it so that if the winner wants to give it to their mother for Mother's Day, if the winner would like to use it for themselves as a mama and put pictures of their babies, maybe grandbabies in it, and write, you know, in the spots where I have to write what they did that day or some special memories. But, you know, the pink roses and daisies, I mean, those are 2 of my favies. I've got a top 5 and they're in there. So, you know, so that's what this is from. Now, like I said, this was several years ago. Oh, this one was $16.99, y'all. Woohoo! $3 less than normal. And it came with a set of stamps, okay? And I can thumb through that too with y'all if you're interested, and if you're not interested, that fast forward. Probably be fun. But yeah, here's the, what's that doing over here? Here's the paper that I'm working with, and here's the thing. It is not cardstock, as you see. It is paper. To me, paper is not as much fun to work with unless I'm doing collages or envelopes. I love using paper for envelopes. And it comes in the sheets are like this. You know what I mean? You get half of this and then the other half of another design. It comes in several sheets each. It's either 2 or 3. I'm not sure. And there's all my little scrap-a-doos and stuff like that. And here's some more pieces. Like, here we go. See, it comes like so. You know? And then this is one of my solid pieces that I brought in. Normally that's beside me instead of in this pile. Oh, some more solid pieces of mine. And then it does also come with your square card and envelope. I remember if I'm making the giveaway, then I make the card to go with it. And I went ahead and made this card as far as, you know, measuring it and scoring it and stuff. But because the one that came with it, whoo-wee. Let me see if you can, That green was just a little too much green for me. There it is. And it's a spring green, and there's a lot of spring green in this project. But that's almost like a neon spring green, if you ask me. Now here's the, oh, and they also have for the embellishments, the one, they're on a piece of cardstock. And then, you know, you have to punch them out. And then I go with my little scissors and take all the little knob, you know what I'm talking about. It gets the little knobby knees on the side. I cut them off. But here's the bunny stamps, which I'm holding on to because I'm going to do something with that bunny in the future. But, let me take these off. But here's the stamps that will go along with this giveaway. And I've got to make something pretty to put them in, but yeah, you get the rose and these leaves and the daisy and hydrangea, I think. So, there's tons of stuff, and as you all know, I'm always pulling something out of my stash to say, maybe this will work, maybe this will work, maybe we can put this in, and that's why you're seeing all of this over here. Y'all know when I do dye my seam binding, I scrunch it up because I love that look. And what I made with that right off the bat was just this little paper clip to put at the top of one of the pages. And I think it looks like a bunny, y'all. Look at those ears. I think it looks like bunny ears. But it's just a little pink paper clip with a little applique on it, and then that dyed seam binding. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little more glue here and glue it all the way up to that seam binding. But a couple of other altered paper clips that I made for this project, and this one has this cotton fabric behind it, and I tore the edges, but then when it came to this edge, I went ahead and used my pink and chiz and done a little bit of lace and a little bit of pink lace up here and a little applique, and then hooked this bulb pin. Some people call it a garment pin or a squash. They say it looks like squash. And then put this little, I think this is from Hobby Lobby, a little grosgrain ribbon, and then just a piece of lace. And then if the person uses this for Mother's Day, like I said, either for their mother or for themselves, or maybe even a new mama, then there's the mama swan and the baby. So a little charm. And then, let's see, the other one, I'm putting these up here because they might get in the way. And then the other one is this one. You're going to see lots of pink and yellow together, which I don't normally do, but because of this paper and everything, I did. So this ribbon behind this charm and lace is, I think that's from Hobby Lobby as well. And that's a glitter pink, and then a little piece of lace, and then a little heart charm, because if it is for mom, or even if your daughter's expecting or something, you know, wouldn't that be fun to put stuff together for them? Then it's all about love, isn't it? It is. A mother's love, I tell you. She can even pick up a car for you, you know. Literally, she can. Then I went ahead and cut this lace out. It is lace trim, but I went ahead and kind of fussy cut my lace, which I do quite a bit with these pieces. Put the yellow roses up on this one. So this one goes this way. The other one I showed you goes this way on the page. And so altered those. I pulled all of these babies to hopefully be used somehow. I don't know if I will use them all or not, these trends and everything. But that's what I pulled for the pages. Like I said, I'm not sure if everything's going to get in there or not. but you know how we do. At least for me, it needs to be in front. I need it in front. I also pulled this lace. Sometimes I get lace that has, you know, it has a little tiny piece of tulle up here and then they sew it and gather it. Well, I sit in a very comfortable chair. It's not in the craft room. And I take my, I think I got one up here. My seam ripper. Yeah, dude, I think. Yeah. And just, you know, start ripping out those stitches. And then I use it because I don't need it, especially in this size. There might be a larger size that I might need that gathering, but I don't need the gathering for what I'm going to use it for. So I just take that apart. I know I don't use the top because I'm usually kind of messy with taking it apart, but hopefully this light is showing y'all. It has iridescent, I don't know if it's threads or what. No, it's iridescent something in there. So I pulled that. I pulled some, you know, certain smaller dies to work on some of the pages. I've got, you know how I do my fabric flowers. So I do the strips. I just pull out of the fabric strips. This one, the larger polka dots, the smaller ones, the gingham, and then this gorgeous thing. And I just do this again in that very comfortable chair. And yeah, I want the shabby and the shabby chic, you know what I mean? And then I just take them, put them over my fingers and roll them like this. And I might, for the cover, knowing me, I'll probably make some of these flowers for the cover to pull everything in, because you saw I used this for one of the paper clips and the other one is this one. So let's look and see what I'm up to, y'all. So believe it or not, I've had this, I bought several of them. Well, let's see, I got a little piece of fabric on them. Everything frays around me, you know. And I love this shade of green, but like I said, this one has spring green. It has forest green in it too. You'll see it had a little bit of everything because we're dealing with flowers. This will probably have, you know, handmade flowers. Maybe, you know, this is a prima. I don't know, maybe these cut off. You know how that goes. This will be highly decorated because that's what I love to do. I doubt very seriously if I do much to this. I doubt it. In the way of charms and things like that. Excuse me. So you open this baby up, and yes, I still have a ways to go. I need to put a strip of this paper right here. And I will soon. I will soon. Let me see if I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, you can see. All right. So when you open it up, I'm a real believer in putting. Oh, this was made by American Crafts, by the way, and I did get it, believe it or not, at Tuesday morning, but it was some time ago. With full intentions of doing what I'm doing now with it. Sometimes I'm so into doing other things. This stuff like this gets put on the back burner. But here's my pocket, and I did use a punch to do the scallops. And this reminds me of a trellis. So normally I would put lace here and everything. But I wanted the roses to really be seen here because to me, roses up the trellis, I don't know, that's what it reminded me of. I haven't decorated this tag yet, but I made this tag by putting the paper on some cardstock with my Fabrifix because, as you know, that's not a water-based glue, and therefore it has a tendency not to buckle. This came with, like I said, you the little punch outs. Lots of love on both of these. And I thought the winner could have fun, you know, even putting that on the top of the page, and maybe saying that lots of love between the child and the mother. I've just stuck this in here. This is this from another? Oh, this might be from another. I think this is from another. It is. It's from another paper, Lemon Craft. But I went ahead and fussy cut that out and made a little tuck spot because color-wise it's perfect. I plan on putting the reinforcers here on all of the back and front of the pages. Let me get this. I have to stretch. We Are Memory Keepers put this out. I got mine at Hobby Lobby for 75% off, and when I thought, what on earth are they putting these on 75% off for? Because I use them all the time. I really do. I use this a lot. And come to find out, they do have a little personality. Because when you press down and you're making these great reinforcers to match, you can do them in your colors that match everything. Oh my word, y'all. You know what I mean? You have to really press down hard, and also your paper will stick up at the top. I always have to take my tweezers and pull it down, I don't think it does that on all. If you're watching and you're like, Corn, and it doesn't happen to me, it happens to me. So maybe that's why mine were 75% off, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. So real quick, let me see if I have to keep looking, because sometimes, as you all know, I'm doing stuff and all of a sudden I am not where you can see me. Oh, and this one's fun. This is not my idea. I got this idea from Tina, who is Shabby Dabby Doodah. Let me think. Let me grab some. I don't have. Well, let's use this as an example. Okay. This is in those little punch outs too. Let's say I wanted this shape or left alone in the middle of a white page, okay? Or a different color page. So you place this here, and then you take your distress inks and go around it, around the shape, And then what I did is then I went around that with, that was spun sugar. I'm using spun sugar and Keach Flamingo on this project, by the way. And, of course, my cracked pistachio. But another one that I'm thinking of using, because it is in this, haven't used it yet, is the bundled sage. That color is in here, as you can see. So that leaves the white in that die cut, And then I just put this, again, as one of those little punch outs, and some lace. I just cut around the lace to make it look prettier in my view. And then this is a little die. This die is so cute. Let me grab this. Little bows. And I put the little one on the small daisy and the big one on the larger daisy. And then a little bling on the inside of the bow, because, a little bling goes a long way. But I was real happy with how the distressed ink went around there. And then the winner can right there. This is just purely decoration, y'all. I don't have lace on every page, but almost. Little lace here, lace here. I hope that's showing up. This is pretty lace. Oh, and I'll show y'all, in case you're interested. This lace is, it's in a Dollar Tree container. but this lace I got off of Amazon, and it's not the best lace in the world. It really isn't. But for paper crafting, because it isn't super, super thick, if you like to keep things flat, this might be the way you want to go. And as you see, we do very narrow to pretty wide. That one. So that's what I've been using so far. And some other laces from my other part of my stash, which, like the one I told you I cut out, that's vintage. So this is purely decoration, y'all. Just tearing up some of the paper. And then this is a punch and a little applique. I thought either a picture here or writing here. And when I don't have anything, I don't have my reinforcers yet, because I tried to color coordinate, not with the paper itself, I've done it once, but with the design on it. And of course this page is just here, that's a little flip out, and I decorated that with lace and ribbon, a die cut, and then this is one of the little punch outs. This is my thickest page so far, but I figured I could get away with things because of this, you know, because I have that much room, which I don't normally allow myself that much room. So I made this envelope out of the paper. Then for the closure, I know this is confusing to some because there's so many different ways to close an envelope that you're going to open and close a lot. But this time I just put the ribbon across it and the little yellow roses on either side to hold it down. Then all you do is flip that up, and then I made this little card for the inside with daisies and roses. Well, they look like daisies and something else. And then there's another one of those die cuts, and this has stickles in the middle, and this has let's see, my Tombow marker 723 on the inside of those little flowers. And yes, I did take out one of these. They had to be small though, and manipulate the paper so it could stand up and look pretty. And then signed it. And so, but this has dimensions already on it. And then there's a teeny tiny bling there that was gifted to me like 3 or 4 years ago, believe it or not, by Tina Kazarian. At least 3. I think it's 4 though. And then that just goes like so. And of course, this is a pocket itself too, because I only glued the envelope here, here, and here. And this is just one of their tags. I've got it just sticking in there. That the little punch out. And then over here, you know, I'm going to make my little tiny mini envelopes because they're so cute. And I made 3 of those out of the paper. And then a little lace here that has hearts. I don't know if you can see it, but it has hearts here. And each one of the letters do come out. I've got them just where I want them, so I'm not going to do it, but they all come out, and their size is 3/4 of an inch by 7/8 of an inch. That's the size of the cards. And then this is just purely decoration, so this is either room for a photo or for journaling. And this is trim that I got. I think that's the Amazon one. I got one that's much better from Hobby Lobby, but I can't find it. Remember I redid the craft room? Something tells me I'm going to have to redo it again and label better and put things where they belong better. And then this daisy appliques here. Then another little tuck spot here, and just me cutting the paper and rounding the corners. And here's, was that on? Yeah, because it's not raised. It looks like it was on the paper, but that doesn't make any sense. And then I punched a teeny tiny bow, put some bling in the middle. This is another one of their tags. And then, you know how I love to make these. I just love to journal on. And this is paper too, so it's nice and thin. And then a little spot of that lace. You can, hopefully you can see there, it does in part. Then a little flower and some leaves on either side. Y'all seen me do that 100, maybe 101 times. Then another tuck spot over here and another one of those. So these pages aren't where they're supposed to be either. These pages will probably be reorganized. But just one of these babies. And when I put it up there, look, I bent it. I was so mad at myself. A little bit of lace, a little bit of ribbon, a little bit of applique. But that tucks up there. And I haven't thought of what I want to do. When you see a blank page, I'm like, not yet. So this is just a strip of the yellow cardstock with lace over it, a little applique here, a little tuck spot here, and then this is another one of their tags. I love the look of that one. I think that one's precious. I like that. Then, again, just a strip of fabric that I showed y'all here. This is the big polka dots. This is the little polka dots. This fabric here. Then a little bit of lace on top of that. Then an applique. And then this is another tuck spot. These two pieces I cut out from a sheet of paper that Lemon Craft put out. And so this is just another one of those that the winner can write on. And there's a cupcake and either a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. But I wanted the dots to go. You all know that I could have put this lace, and yes, I cut this flower out of lace. I could put this lace flower on cardstock and then fussy cut it out. But, and it wasn't just because I had just fussy cut it out of lace panel, but I just thought it was so gorgeous on this that maybe just a journal here, you know, might be pretty. I just think it's beautiful. And I attached that with Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix is what I have right now. So I think we're going to have blank, blank, yep, blank, blank, blank. Oh, but this one I can show y'all. I was thinking a belly band here. There's this paper is I had in my stash. This is yellow pearlized. I don't know if that's showing up in the light. It's so pretty. And so put this here, put this wonderful glitter ribbon here, and then this is one of those little punch outs, and put that there. I thought for a belly band. That's what I have in mind here. Then over here, this is a bag. And this, if you all are like, oh, I know where that bling came from. You're right, it's Dollar Tree. Piece of lace, a piece of paper. I do that when I have these teeny tiny strips of paper, you know, like so, or smaller. I hold on to them because they can be fun and used in many ways. And then inside the bag itself, a little journaling spot, little lace, a little daisy, pink daisy here. And then I only glued the 3 sides, so underneath the bag is also a place where the winner can put whatever they want right there. And then, so I put that there. Uh-oh, I pushed it in too far. Put that there. That fits right into my thumb hole, whatever you call that thumb thingy. I'm so technical. Oops, let me pull that out. This is my favorite, y'all. This is my very, very favorite thing I've done in here. This is a bag itself, okay? And I love to do collaging when it looks like a quilt. I've done it many times before, but it just I don't know, I just love, absolutely love quilts. No, I do not. I do sew, as you all know, but I have never done a handmade or hand-sewn quilt, and I have never done a machine sewn quilt even. Have I bought several quilts, especially smaller ones, from people who do? Yes. Have I done it myself? No. And one of my favorites ever was made by someone who had flour sacks when she was younger, and she made the whole quilt, and this is hand sewn. It's a blanket in the middle because of money, and then the top of it is just all nothing but flour sacks. It's just so beautiful. But anywho, so this is my favy. I went ahead and used pinking shears, and this is a punch. This is an oval die cut. Then my little scissors here are the little decorative scissors on these two guys, and just glued everything down. And then on the inside of here is just another, if they want to put a photo on and write, or just write, or what have you. And then this is double-sided. That paper is from Hobby Lobby, but a while back. Love gingham. Love it. Then on the other side, I just left it like this again, either writing, because you can write on this, or a photo. And then the winner will get these. Now, I did use one of these, y'all. So you'll get 4. The winner will get 4 of these little photo jackets and 5 of these. And they do say American Craft, I think, along here. And I haven't done, you all know, if you've watched me for a while, you know I'll do another pocket, large pocket here, so that they can put whatever they want there. But as you see, I've got a ways to go. But yeah, I made all the pages, and then trying to decorate them and make them so that the winner will like what's in here. But I can see right now it's getting fat, y'all. Remember, I have a tendency to make them super fat, but I can't do this because it's only so far. So maybe I'll try to calm down a little bit. You know, because we don't want it sitting up like that. Oh, so that's what we've got so far. And let's just do it like that. And I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.